there and welcome. You're about to watch a Lakehead International live webinar. It is a great way to explore what Lakehead University is all about. In this session, you'll hear insights and stories from Lakehead professors, staff, and current students. While watching, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comment section below. For now, let's dive in. So welcome everyone. Thank you so much for joining today's session. You're about to learn more about Lakehead University and studying in Canada and how we support your success as an international student. If you have any questions along the way, feel free to drop them in the Q&A function below. My name is Hardika Narayankar, your host for the session, and I'm joined today by Dr. Jessica Lovett from Career Services and Co-op. And then in the future slides, we will have Brian Beshia, Lakehead's Financial Literacy Engagement Officer. And I will just let Dr. Jessica introduce herself right now.
Hello, everyone. I'm really excited to connect with you today and to share some information with you about our services. My name is Jessica Lovett. I am delighted to be part of the team that's 100% dedicated to the students' and graduates' career success. And I'll tell you more about that later in the presentation. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you so much, Dr. Jessica, for your introduction. So everyone together we'll be walking through employment opportunities and some co-op options, scholarships and financial planning that will be all resources for all of you to take your study ahead, to take your career ahead at Lakehead. So here's what we'll be covering today. We'll start with an overview of Lakehead and studying in Canada, then explore our academic programs. After that, we'll move into employment and co-op opportunities, followed by scholarships, budgeting, and financial planning. So we have got a lot to cover, so let's just move on. So let's just kick things off with an overview of Lakehead University. So Lakehead University is a public institution in Ontario, Canada, with 3 distinct locations. Our main campus is in Thunder Bay, and we also have campus in Orillia and a specialized STEM hub located in Barrie. So Lakehead is a small but mighty university wherein we are proud of our rankings. So our top 3 research universities in Canada, we are ranked as #1 university in North America with under 10,000 students. We are ranked top 5 university in Canada and #1 in Ontario. Why does that matter? Because rankings are one thing, but the real value that we provide is the student experience. And that's why we are very proud of our 96.2% career success rate within 2 years of our graduation. We are also small class sizes mean direct access to your professors and stronger support networks. So on our Thunder Bay campus, our ratio is 1 professor for every 15 students, and in Orillia, it's 1 for every 13. We have over 90 nationalities represented on campus, creating a vibrant, diverse learning environment. So you get the Canadian university experience while connecting with peers across the world. Talking about the numbers, so we have over 9,000 students, including around 1,900 international students, and more than 75,000 alumni now live and work and who work in over 116 countries. So at Lakehead, you can explore a wide range of faculties from business administration, engineering, science, environmental studies, natural resources management, education, social sciences and humanities, health and behavioral sciences, law, and the newly launched Barrie STEM Hub. Now, these are our undergraduate programs. Undergraduate programs allows you to specialize minor or major in various subjects, giving you a chance to customize your degree. So several of them include optional co-op experiences noted by the handshake symbol. So these are co-ops like business, computer science, engineering, environmental management, environmental science, environmental sustainability, kinesiology, and physics. So co-op gives you the chance to work full-time in your field while also earning Canadian experience. Talking about our graduate programs that also offer co-op options for theses, project-based, course-based, or portfolio-based routes. And if you want to continue beyond, we also have master's and doctoral programs that are available too. Now, one major reason why international students choose Canada, it is because of the ability to work while studying. So as a full-time student, you can work on and off campus. These jobs help you gain the Canadian work experience, build your resume, and also support your finances. Now, after you graduate, Lakehead program also qualifies you for a post-graduation work permit of up to 3 years. And by earning a Canadian degree, you will also receive extra points when applying for permanent residency. And now I would like to invite Dr. Jessica to talk more about career services and co-op in the next slide.
Thank you. So as I mentioned when we were just starting the presentation, Career Services and Co-op is the team at Lakehead University that's 100% dedicated to our students and graduates' career success. We offer a number of services for students, including career advising appointments where you can sit down with a member of the Career Services team and discuss your specific goals and interests and explore with our support the labor market and opportunities for you to find future employment that matches your interests. We also offer skill building workshops so that you can develop all the skills that are required to be a job seeker within the Canadian market. Those workshops could include, for instance, sessions on how to develop an effective resume, how to prepare for interviews, and how to develop skills in something, for instance, like networking, which can be something that we all struggle with, and it is a skill that we can build like any other skill. So while you are developing your academic expertise and learning in class, the Career Services and Co-op team supports you to develop related parallel skills outside of class. We also bring employers to campus on a regular basis at all of our learning locations, and we offer information sessions with employers or career fairs where employers are actively looking to connect with Lakehead students. We host networking events. These are not as hiring oriented, but they're about expanding the people that you know within various professional contexts. And we offer an exclusive job bank for students in a platform called My Success, where employers partner with us to post opportunities that they want to present specifically to our current students, our co-op students, and our soon-to-be graduates. We offer support to students for their job search. That job search could be for co-op, or it might be for part-time work, or for summer work, or for full-time work upon graduation. And we are the team that will administer the cooperative education experience for those students that are in one of our 27 programs that include co-op. But whether or not your program has co-op, you have access to support from the Career Services and Co-op team. 100% of our programs qualify you for support from us both during your studies and after you graduate. We deliver our services, as I said, in all of our learning locations. In Thunder Bay, there's a specific point of service for you to go as your first step. It's called the Career Zone, and it's located just under our bookstore in our main student building there. And the Career Zone offers drop-in support almost every day in the week. Currently, we're offering drop-in support 4 out of the 5 business days in the week. And so there's lots of opportunity for you just to get started with us. You don't have to wait until you're about to graduate to connect in with us. In fact, we say drop in and say hello as soon as you arrive on campus. In Orillia and Barrie, our locations for services vary, so we tend to go wherever the students are. In the Orillia campus, we deliver a lot of services in our Orsi Learning Commons, which is the big library space. We also travel to our Heritage Place facility in Orillia, which is where a lot of our education students study. And we also visit students in Barrie campus at their campus. And I was just there last week connecting with students in electrical engineering to tell them about their cooperative program and opportunities for support with co-op in electrical engineering. So we go where the students are in Orillia and Barrie, and something that we tell all students is to keep reading your email. If you see an email in your inbox from the Career Services team, that's us telling you about where we're going to be and opportunities for you to connect with great services and new people who could help you expand your career goals and clarify your path upon graduation.
Thank you so much for that, Dr. Jessica. So, just for everyone to note, even if you cannot drop in, there's always someone available by email, or you can even book a one-on-one appointment anytime. So support is always within reach. Now, let's talk about why gaining work experience in Canada matters. And I love this part because the benefits are real and they add up very quickly. So, the first big advantage is obviously the career advancement and job market readiness, and working part-time, taking on different roles, or even stepping into full-time position later on helps you build the kind of practical experience that employers are looking for. That hands-on learning makes you more competitive in your field. You'll also grow your skills. You'll develop soft skills like communication, teamwork, and problem solving. And these might look a little different in Canada compared to other countries. So getting that experience here helps you adapt and stand out. And it goes without saying, but it's worth repeating that Canadian work experience strengthens your resume. It also makes your CV more appealing to employers, whether you stay in Canada or work elsewhere. Now, beyond that, you'll also start building a real network of connections. Since we are the only universities in our hometowns, we have built strong ties with local industries. That relationship becomes a bridge for you. So through part-time roles, internships, and co-op opportunities, many students end up securing full-time roles after graduation, and these connections really matter. So working here also helps you understand Canadian workplace culture. You'll get first-hand exposure to etiquette, expectations, and also business norms. That improves your adaptability and professionalism. So you'll also learn about labor laws and workplace rights and employer expectations, which are all essential parts of navigating your career confidently. And also, finally, the financial benefits, which is you're earning money that can help cover tuition and also living expenses. It reduces financial stress, especially when you're studying away from home. So I've been in your shoes when I was studying abroad in Canada for my post-graduation degree, and that part-time income really mattered to me. So it gave me stability and it helped me stay focused on my goals. So now for some of you, you might be financing your studies through other means, and that's completely fine. So even then, having extra income from work can make day-to-day life easier. And we'll get into budgeting a little later when Brian takes over. But for now, I'm going to shift things over to Jessica, who will walk you through co-op program here at Lakehead.
Thank you. And I really echo everything that was just shared about the benefits of working in Canada. And the other thing that I would say is we do encourage students to prepare to put some effort into the skills you need to develop in order to secure those job opportunities. Cooperative education is one of the ways that you can get some structured support for that skill building. But as I mentioned, whether or not your program has co-op, you have access to support to build the skills required for a successful job search in Canada via our career services team. So cooperative education is an optional additional experience for students who are in programs that have the opportunity to do co-op. It is a way in which you alternate between academic studies and full-time paid work experience. And depending on your program, you could do a work term of as short as 4 months up to 16 months. The co-op work terms, as I mentioned, are always 100% paid, and students are doing real work within a work environment as part of co-op. Depending on your program, your wage could range from minimum wage, which currently is just under $18 an hour in Canada, up to $40 at the high end. Typically, those students who are drawing wages at about $40 an hour are in our engineering and technology programs. But on the co-op web pages, you will find a co-op salary survey that can give you a sense of what students have been earning over the past few years. And I've put a short link into our webinar chat that you can all follow if you'd like to learn more about the co-op process. We have many, many partners who we work with as part of co-op. And it's important for students to know that these partners post job opportunities with Lakehead University where our students can access and apply to them, but they're not guaranteed. So if you'd like to do co-op, you have to treat it like an additional course or academic experience. And the course involves effort on the part of the student to attend a mandatory preparatory online course, to come to the career zone, to meet with your co-op advisor, and to let us know when you're ready to proceed to co-op by meeting our deadlines for intent forms and things like that. Once you follow your responsibilities and put the effort in to develop your skills, then you can apply for and secure a co-op work term. When you're on co-op, we meet with you during your co-op to make sure things are going well. We provide you with career services support, and we also connect with your employer to see what your employer thinks about your performance on the job. And in this way, the university is still providing you with feedback about your academic professional development in the workplace. At the end of each of your work terms, co-op students must prepare and submit a final report. That report is graded by a faculty advisor in your academic faculty. And so cooperative education does appear on your transcript. It helps you build your resume and expand your professional awareness of what it's like in the field that you've chosen to study in once you get out of school. So it builds your resume, but it also appears on your transcript and is a permanent record of your learning and your work-related learning. So it's a real benefit for those students who choose to participate. In every co-op program, except for mechatronics, as I mentioned, cooperative education is optional. Students who choose mechatronics should be aware that there is one mandatory co-op work term required before they graduate. So if you're thinking about mechatronics, that's just some good information to know as you select that program. You will be required to do a work term for mechatronics. And the other thing I will say about cooperative education is that in addition to your study visa, you require a co-op work permit in order to be eligible to do co-op. And that work permit is something that you should apply for at the same time that you arrive or as you're working for your study permit. So when you apply for all your permits, you should also make sure that you get the right information about the co-op work permit if you're interested in doing co-op. We find that students who apply ahead of time for the work permit before they get to the university get the work permit in time and have more opportunity to participate in co-op as a result. Here are some recent co-op partners. And as I mentioned, these partners post opportunities for students, but it's up to the student to attend the interview and secure their opportunity. So as you can see, we do partner with some major partners. We have opportunities for students to do co-op in regions surrounding our campuses and also across the province of Ontario and even across Canada. Right now we have students who are on co-op in British Columbia and in Alberta and in Ontario, for instance. So we do see that students can work with us to identify your goal. If there's a company that you'd really like to work with that's not on this list, don't worry, we will support you in applying to that company. Our model is a supported independent job search model. It is built this way to help our students develop the skills you're going to need when you graduate. So we work with you to make you a competitive applicant and to give you all the support you need to develop skills you're going to use throughout your whole career. And we very deliberately follow a model that requires you to compete for your co-op opportunity. We don't place you one-to-one with an employer, but support you to stand up and be competitive in the job search as a part of getting ready to launch into your professional career.
Yeah.
I would just also say we have more than 4,000 employer partners who are in our database in My Success. And I'm really excited to have the opportunity to introduce you to the employers when they attend campus for career fairs and information sessions.
That's really good to know, Dr. Jessica. One thing to note here is that we do not guarantee co-op terms, but we are always here to support you in exploring opportunities and also preparing strong applications. Now, let's take a look at the programs that offer co-op, and Dr. Jessica will walk through the undergraduate list first, and then we'll move into the graduate programs.
Thank you. And yes, we do not guarantee co-op because we are building you with skills for success in your future. And the labor market is always a competitive space, so we're helping our students become competitive. Co-op is an academic program that you must work to succeed in. Programs that offer co-op at the undergraduate level include a variety of topics in business, so accounting, business analytics and information systems, finance, human resources management, industrial relations, and marketing. Those programs all have the option to do up to 12 months of co-op. And business administration, the Honors Bachelor of Commerce, similarly can do up to 12 months of co-op. In the computer science program in Thunder Bay campus, students can do up to 16 months of co-op. And in engineering, all of the engineerings, chemical, civil, electrical, mechanical, and software engineering, those students can do up to 16 months of co-op. Environmental management and environmental studies for environmental science in the geography streams, those students can do 12 months of co-op. And environmental sustainability, students can do 16 months of co-op. In forestry, co-op is directly facilitated by the dean, and you work directly with your faculty to pursue co-op. But again, many months of co-op available there. In kinesiology and physics, students can do 16 months of co-op. If you decide to do 16 months of co-op, or 12 if your program allows you to have 12 months of co-op, your transcript will say with co-op. It will indicate right on your parchment that you have a co-op degree. If you decide to do fewer than the required number of months of co-op, for instance, perhaps you just want to do 1 term or 2 terms of co-op, then your credits will appear on your transcript, but your degree will not say co-op. You have the option to pursue the experience that best matches your goals when you choose Lakehead. And so there's a degree of flexibility in our cooperative education program as a result. In our graduate programs, we offer the option to do co-op for computer science, economics, and the engineering and physics disciplines that you see on the screen. All of these programs offer international students the option to do up to 8 months of co-op. And there is an eligibility chart that you will find if you visit the co-op link that I put in the chat that tells you exactly when and how you would be able to do co-op. For master's students, my earlier point about requiring a co-op work term visa is really important. Like a co-op work visa is really important for master's students because it can take a while to process a request for co-op. So if you're at all thinking about doing co-op, apply for your work term co-op visa as early as possible, as soon as you've been accepted and admitted and you've chosen Lakehead. And you can find information about support for how to apply for that work term permit on our web pages online. But you can do 8 months of co-op if you're choosing a master's degree at Lakehead. Okay, so most students can go out for co-op in following the summer after their 2nd or 3rd year. And graduate students, it's usually after 2 semesters or 1 full year of studies. That varies by program. It's different for every program, as I mentioned. And so you really do need to read your academic calendar carefully and review the co-op eligibility charts, which you will find on the co-op web pages. Those explain when you go out for co-op and how to be eligible. In order to be eligible for co-op, you have to maintain a certain grade point average. That's to keep you safe in the workplace. So we want students who have already mastered the fundamentals of their chosen programs and so are ready to be safe in the workplace to have the opportunity to do co-op. For most programs, that academic eligibility requires maintaining a 70% average, but for some it's as high as 75, in addition to having completed the required number of academic semesters and also doing a co-op prep course. Co-op work terms can begin in September, fall, and May. And in most programs, you have the opportunity to experience the full fiscal cycle in your chosen industry, and the work term sequences alternate with your academic work terms to give you that opportunity to see what the industry is like at different times of year. And the mandatory preparatory elements that we talk about for co-op include letting us know that you do want to do co-op when you arrive by completing an intent form according to some deadlines, completing a preparatory course in our My Course Link program in D2L, That's a 4-module asynchronous mandatory training experience for all students who wish to do co-op. And then there's some academic components, like I discussed earlier. You will write a report reflecting on your skill development and your points of learning following every work term. And you have also the opportunity to receive reviews, formal performance reviews from your co-op employers, and that contributes to the information that your faculty will use to assess your grade for co-op.
Thank you so much, Dr. Jessica, for that. So, one important thing I wanted to just, add on to what you mentioned. So, there are no guaranteed positions or employers for co-op. So, students who do not secure a co-op work permit upon arrival or at the same time as they receive their study permit may not be eligible for co-op. And students who do not meet any academic requirements or who do not complete mandatory preparatory prerequisites will not be approved for co-op as well. So co-op students are not placed with employers, but must actively search for co-op employment through a supported independent job search model. Would you like to add something to that, Jessica, or should we move on?
Oh, I really love that you're emphasizing that. And I just want students to know that the supported independent job search model, we are a coach. So if you think about the student body as a sports team, maybe football team, I'm a coach telling the team how to improve their job search strategy or how to improve their gameplay. I can teach students how to kick the ball, how to score a goal. We hold practices so students can come for support with various techniques required in a job search. There's a lot of support for students, but you're absolutely correct that co-op is not a guarantee. It's an optional experience that we support students to have if it's something they wish to include in their program. But if you don't meet the eligibility requirements, or if you select a program that does not have co-op, we cannot put you into the co-op program. You do have to meet some specific requirements, and those are there for good reasons. And if you've chosen a program that does not have co-op, there's similarly a lot of support for your career development. So I just want to make sure everyone on the call understands that whether or not you are part of co-op, you do have support for your career from Lakehead University.
Perfect.
Oh, here's this great work term sequencing chart that we wanted to just show you to let you know what that can look like in terms of alternating between your academics and your full-time work experiences should you join the co-op program. Is there anything specifically you wanted us to discuss on this one?
No, if you could just give a brief about, like, explain the chart for students to understand, that would be good.
Sure. So what you see on this chart is on the left-hand side, you'll see the different programs. So it starts with an example of the Honors Bachelor of Commerce program, which can be taken by students at Aurelia or Thunder Bay. In your first year, if you're in that program, for instance, your first year would be all academic. Fall is your first academic semester, winter is your second academic semester, and then in the summertime, you have the option to do what you wish in the summer. You can look for part-time or summer employment and just enjoy developing some of that experience should you find some of that employment, or you can travel and experience the country or return home for a visit. In year 2, you do your third academic semester in the fall, followed by your academic semester in the winter. But in the fall of year 2, this is when you would apply to do co-op if you'd like to do a work term in the summer. Your first work term for commerce students would happen in the summer between year 2 and year 3. So you let us know you want to apply, you complete all your mandatory prep requirements in the fall of year 2, that online asynchronous course I was telling you about. And then you start your supported job search in the fall and through the winter while you're also doing your academics. So think about the co-op experience and the job search as being an additional course on top of your regular academics, because a job search is like a job in itself. You have to spend some time, a few hours every week, in order to be successful. You do your work term in summer of between year 2 and year 3. You return for academics for fall in year 3 and winter. And then you can do up to, for the business students, up to 2 more work terms. And so because we have optional start times, you might do your next 2 work terms in the summer and fall, or you might do your next 2 work terms in the fall and winter. If you were unsuccessful in applying for your first work term between year 2 and year 3, you might do a full year in a row with the same employer and do your co-op between year 3 and year 4. The rule in all of these programs, except for one, and you can probably see it on this chart very quickly, is that you must end your academic experience on an academic work term. So for business students in commerce, they end their experience by coming back for a full year of academics. And what we see is that many students receive job offers from their cooperative education employers, and the employers say, after you've finished your degree, please come back and work with us full time. So often you will have a job offer lined up as a result of your cooperative work experience. The one exception to ending on a academic experience is in the environmental sustainability program, where the last experience in that program is actually a work term. And we have a student right now out in British Columbia who's finishing her final work term, doing some environmental sustainability work with a mining company out there to make sure that the mine is not negatively impacting any of the ecosystems around the experience in the mountains of British Columbia. So in that case, the student is going to carry on after she does her work term and work full time for that employer as an environmental specialist. So as you can see on this chart, there's a great deal of variation in when and how you go out for co-op. So if you find any of that confusing and you'd like to have a chat with us, you can always reach out to us at careers.coop@lakeheadu.ca, and we're available to help you understand the sequence of co-op and all the steps you need to make in order to be successful. As a co-op student, it's your responsibility to understand your program and to read all the information and take accountability for the steps that you must take in order to let us know that you're ready to go. And we are here to help you understand the rules if you need any support. But really, we see you as an equal partner in this. This is all about your professional development, and co-op itself is a model that involves support from the university, the individual student and job worker, or the cooperative worker, and your employer. So you essentially enter into a three-way partnership when you do a cooperative education experience, and you are an equal player, an important player in that partnership, and very empowered as a young professional. So we expect cooperative education students to act in a professional way and learn the professional standards required, and we're here to help you with that.
Thank you so much, Dr. Jessica, for that explanation. I would also like to add on a small note that this chart is from 2024 to 2025, so from last year. So if you're looking for the most up-to-date co-op sequence, the latest version is always posted on our website. And I always remind students that the information that you're hearing today may not match the co-op offerings exactly when you're ready to apply. So if you're joining us in fall 2026, for example, your co-op start date might not be, until 16 months from now, or let's say, from 16 months from now on. So things can evolve, but this gives you a solid idea of what to expect and what you can look forward to. So now I will let Brian take over at the budgeting part of our presentation.
Hello, everyone. My name is Brian Brescia. I'm the Financial Literacy Engagement Officer here at Lakehead University. I'm really excited to talk to you today about something that's essential for every student: managing your money while you're studying in Canada. Whether you're planning to join us for your undergraduate or graduate studies, learning how to budget and understand funding options will help you feel confident and prepared. So let's start by exploring what budgeting really means and how you can plan for success at Lakehead. When you think about budgeting, there are a few key terms to understand. A need is something essential, like tuition, rent, or food, things you can't do without. A want is something nice to have but not essential, like dining out or new tech. Priorities help you decide what to focus on first. For example, paying your housing before spending on entertainment. And finally, your budget is your plan, an estimate of what money you have coming in and what you'll spend over a set period. Understanding these concepts will help you feel more confident about managing your money in Canada. Budgeting and resource expenses. When you build your budget, it's about balancing your resources and your expenses. Your resources might include summer savings, support from parents or spouse, sponsors, a part-time job, scholarships or bursaries, and even government benefits or student loans, depending on your eligibility. On the expense side, think about what you'll need to pay for: tuition, fees, books, equipment, housing, food, entertainment, transportation, and personal care. Tracking these helps you plan realistically for life as an international student and avoid financial surprises. Fees and expenses. Before you arrive, take time to explore your program's tuition and fees. Lakehead University offers a detailed cost estimator on our website. This tool lets you enter your program and see approximate costs for tuition, living expenses, and other necessities. Using the cost estimator helps you and your family plan ahead and feel confident about your financial commitment before you even step foot on campus. Budgeting Financial Consumer Agency of Canada. Another excellent resource to help you manage your money in Canada is the Financial Consumer Agency of Canada. They offer free, easy-to-use budgeting tools and guides that explain why budgeting matters, what to consider before you start, how to create a plan that fits your lifestyle. They also share practical tips to help you stick to your budget, which can be especially useful as you adjust to a new country and new spending habits. Financing your education. Now that we've covered budgeting, let's talk about how to finance your education at Lakehead. Our university is proud to offer one of the top undergraduate scholarship programs in Canada. These scholarships recognize excellence and help reduce your overall tuition costs, allowing you to focus more on your studies and your student experience here. International Undergraduate Entrance Scholarships. If you're applying to an undergraduate program, you'll automatically be considered for Lakehead's International Entrance Scholarships. There's no separate application required. These awards are open to non-Canadian citizens entering directly from high school or transferring from an international college or university. Here's how it works. Scholarships are based on your academic average at the time of admission. The higher your average, the greater your scholarship value. For example, students with averages of 90% or higher may receive the top value scholarship, while those in the 80 to 89.9% range may qualify for a smaller award. Some international entrance scholarships are renewable for up to 4 years, depending on your academic average and maintaining the required standing each year. To learn more about our eligibility details, renewal requirements, and scholarship values, visit our international scholarship website at lakeheadu.ca/international/future scholarship-awards. Your hard work before coming to Canada and your dedication once you arrive can make a difference in reducing your tuition costs and helping you focus on your studies. Now we'll move on to graduate funding overview. If you're considering graduate studies, it's important to know that graduate studies is a separate office at Lakehead University that oversees its own funding opportunities. While I'll give you a quick overview, their team are the true experts and can help you explore options in more detail. Graduate students may be eligible for assistantship or faculty research scholarships that provide both financial support and valuable professional experience. Graduate assistantships, often called GAs, are employment contracts where students assist with teaching, research, or lab work in their department. Research-based graduate students may also qualify for faculty research scholarships, which are funded through faculty research grants and offer opportunities to work closely with professors on academic projects. These funding options allow you to build your academic and professional experience while helping to offset the cost of your studies. If you have any questions about budgeting, scholarships, or funding, our team is here to help. You can connect with Student Central. We're here to guide you through every step from budgeting for your first semester to exploring funding opportunities that support your goals. We look forward to welcoming you to the Lakehead community and helping you build a bright financial future. Thank you so much.
Okay, so now we have reached a part of the webinar everyone gets excited about, the live Q&A. So let's just jump right in. And before I start answering some questions, I want to thank Paula, who has been answering some questions behind the scene. Yeah, and I can see some questions already lined up. So it would be great if Jessica, you can, answer some of them. So let me just. The first question we have got is, when and where can you apply for the co-op?
Thank you for that. So for many programs, you have the option to express your interest in co-op right when you apply for the program at the first point as a future student. So if you know that you're interested in doing co-op, apply to the co-op version of the program that you're interested in. If you don't see that option to apply for co-op right at the point of application to Lakehead, make sure that you clarify your interest as you're working through accepting your offer so that you get the right paperwork to support you to apply for your co-op work permit together with your study visa. And then for those students who arrive on campus in their first semester, your first step, if you're interested in co-op, is to visit the Career Services team and review all the information on that link that I shared earlier in the presentation, because this explains on a program by program basis how and when you might actually move forward and let us know that you're ready to progress to co-op. So there is a box on the quick link that I provided here called the co-op process. It will give you a step 1, step 2, step 3 expandable instructions that will walk you step by step through how and where to apply for co-op once you're in a program that has the co-op option. So I hope that answers your question. Thank you very much for that. It's like any other academic process. There's some steps and milestones, and you can see all the steps and milestones on the URL that I provided.
Perfect. So the next question we have is, of the number of students that do meet the requirements, what percentage are actually able to get into co-op?
Great question. And this one is a little nuanced too, so bear with me. If you're in a program that has the option to do co-op and you meet the academic eligibility requirements and the timing requirements, you follow all of our deadlines and you do what you are required to do, 100% of the people who wish to do co-op will be accepted into the co-op program. That is, if you're in a program that has co-op and you meet all the deadlines and the academic requirements, you will be admitted into the co-op process. That is different from 100% receiving co-op employment. So once you're in the co-op process, you receive support to conduct an active co-op job search, and the success and employment rate for those students varies by program and by industry. So for instance, our Masters of Economics students are doing very well. They're in a sector of the industry where their skills are in high demand right now, and we're seeing between 80 to 100% employment rates for Masters of Economics students. Our computer science students in undergraduate are having less employment success unless they're willing to relocate to other parts of the province. So you have the best success of being admitted into the co-op experience if you pay attention to those academic requirements and you meet all those steps and milestones. And then if you're willing to relocate for your cooperative work experience, if you're actively engaged with our team and drawing on our support, your opportunity to be employed increases. But as we've been saying all along, co-op is not a guarantee. It's a skill building experience. So whether or not you secure your cooperative work term work experience, you are building skills which are going to help you when you get to the graduate job search part of your journey. I hope that that's helpful. There are a few other questions that I answered earlier in the presentation. I wonder if you want us to talk through any of those.
I mean, if you would like to reinforce any of our answers to all the students, that would be good as well.
Yeah, I think a good question, somebody was asking, do I have to wait for my internship or for my co-op in order to work before I can work? And I think that that was a really good question that we might want to talk about a little bit, because you did give some information earlier in the webinar about opportunities to work on a part-time basis. But essentially, when you receive your study visa, there's going to be some information in there about your ability to work during your studies. We want your focus to be on your academic learning as much as possible. But should you decide to pick up a part-time job on campus or off campus, your study visa will give you some information about that and how many hours you're allowed to work. It's really important to follow the terms of your study visa. Because you want to make sure that you're compliant with all the rules and regulations that are connected to working while being a student in Canada. You do have support from the Career Services team for your part-time or your summer job search if you wish that. So no, you don't have to wait for your cooperative work experience or your internship or your placement if you are in programs that have those experiences. You can get support for your part-time or summer job search from us even before you go out on co-op. You just can't use those experiences for co-op until you're on the sequence and in the right time. And the sorts of opportunities that you will be eligible for will change according to your academic readiness as well. So that's a good one, I think, for us to just share out loud.
We have got some new questions now.
Okay.
So someone has asked, is there something similar to the co-op program for the media communications and film undergraduate program?
Oh, great question. Yes, in media communications and film, there is an internship option, and that's a course that's administered by your program. And so students in the media, film, and communications have the opportunity to do a 6-week internship, which is a full-time experience when they are in an upper year of their program. And also many of our media, film, and communication students will find part-time or contract work connected to the content production that is their interest. So yes, you have an internship in that program. It's not a cooperative work experience, but it's similar to co-op in that you'll have to write a paper, it's an academic credit, and you'll be given a faculty to be your point person to help you through that process.
The next question we have over here is, what are some on-campus and off-campus jobs?
Okay, great question. So on-campus jobs can vary. There is a program at the university called the Work Study Program, but it's important to note that international students are not eligible for that program at Lakehead. So you would be applying to other sorts of on-campus opportunities that might be available through our dining service, for instance, at both campus locations. Students are hired as employees, part-time employees, to work in the catering teams that support the cafeteria, the on-site coffee shops. There's also some opportunity to work with conference services as an event assistant if you are a student, and that's not limited to work-study students. It's open to all applicants. So on-campus jobs are available. Off-campus jobs could look like opportunities for supporting a part-time business that's within a close walk or a bus commute to campus. At the Aurelia campus, we have a large company across the road called Costco, where a lot of our students actually find employment, but you can find employment at any business within the towns close to the campus that you've chosen to study at, as long as you're working within the terms of your study visa. And so, as I mentioned, the Career Services team, we do keep lists of employers in Thunder Bay and in Orillia and in Barrie who are seeking part-time employees, and we'll help you with that part-time job search if that's something that you really would like to do or need to do in order to support yourself financially during your studies.
Thank you so
There's
much for
also
that.
research
Yeah.
opportunities. So I should also just mention master's students and undergraduate students at Lakehead have the opportunity to speak with their professors about paid research opportunities, which do arrive from time to time. That is a source of on-campus employment. That's also quite fulfilling, academically speaking, if you get to do hands-on research and receive some funding for that. And there's also a lot of volunteer opportunities, which we strongly encourage students to participate in as a way to build your network, increase your skills, and boost your resume while you're developing your work experience.
So another question we have is, are these jobs on SIN number?
Every person who receives payment in Canada must have a social insurance number. So yes, if you expect to be paid for a position, you must be prepared to provide a social insurance number or a SIN number to your employer. Volunteer jobs don't usually require a social insurance number because you're not being paid. But if you're taking any money in any way, you must have a social insurance number, and that is connected to legalities in Canada about declaring your income and paying appropriate taxes and working in a legal way within certain fields.
Okay. Thank you so much for that. I have a question which is admission related, I guess. So after submission, what is the usual timeline for receiving a decision? So once you submit your application and upload the required documents, our admission team will review it, and processing times can vary depending on the program and how complete your actual application is. So, but we aim to get the decisions as quickly as possible. You just have to keep on checking your status through the student portal, and if anything is missing, our team will let you know. Another question we have got is how to get a faculty research award and how much would that be? So for graduate program scholarships, there will be, you can email us at welcome@lakeheadu.ca. I would like to also highlight that the graduate program scholarships are pretty limited, and if you receive it, you will get an email saying that you have been awarded that. So just keep an eye on your email, and if you have not been approved for it, that it is very unlikely that you have received that scholarship. Perfect. I think that we just have a couple of more minutes before we get to the end of the session. As of now, there are no open questions, so we'll just move on. So thank you so much to our guests, Dr. Jessica and Brian, for being here today. And thanks to all of you for jumping in with so many good questions. You made this session lively and genuinely fun to host. I would also like to just highlight our social media. So if you have any questions and want to connect with us further, feel free to drop a comment or just reach out to us on social media. We are on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube under Lakehead International. And thank you so much, Dr. Jessica, for joining today's session and giving us all the information that you did.
It's such a pleasure to be here today, and I look forward to meeting everyone on campus when you arrive for your programs. So thanks so much. I'm happy to be here.
So we really hope to see all of you at our next live webinar, and even more, we'd love to welcome you on campus as a Lakehead student someday. But for now, bye-bye.
Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comment section below. You can connect with us on social media. You can find us at Lakehead International on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. We hope to see you in our next live webinar. Bye for now.